Roll percentiles. You got a 95? Good. Not good enough. Not good enough to be special anyway. If the players roll percentiles under a 5 or over a 95, this is special. Something special happens to begin the session. If not, buckle up. We're going to continue from where we left off last week. Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of GM Philosophy. I'm the GM Philosopher. You might notice I'm dressed a little differently. I'm wearing my official Jaws t-shirt. My official Jaws tank top. I'm wearing my sunglasses. These bad boys set me back $3 on sale at some store that I can't remember. I don't remember where I bought them. What is your GM persona? How do you present yourselves to your players? Listen, when I sit down at my table dressed like this, when I put on my shades, there's a reason for it. When I sit down in my Jaws tank top, there's a reason for it. What is your GM persona and what are you portraying to your characters? Your players. Apparently I cannot talk today. No cap. This is the third time I have filmed today. I'm doing a lot of work, getting a lot of stuff done, but my brain is a little jumbled. So here we go. It is really important for you to understand what persona you're portraying to your players. And there's a reason for why I say this. D&D is a very social game. D&D is a game where, as a GM, if you have some charisma and you can wield it adequately, you can make a big emotional impact. I wear glasses sometimes when I play D&D because I don't want the players to see my eyes. Why? Why, GM Philosopher, would you do this? Why would you do this? I'll tell you exactly why. It's because this creates a separation. When I'm role-playing a romance, when I'm role-playing the big bad, talking about how they're going to slaughter the party, when I'm talking about how the gangster, when I'm role-playing the gangster and how he's going to kidnap their children and ransom them, I don't want the players to think they're talking to me. I don't, because they're not. It's in-game. When I wear sunglasses, it gives me some separation. It helps me to separate a little bit from what's going on in the game. It helps me separate from the players. And then when I'm in the middle of an especially brutal monologue from the enemy, or when one of the players is having a lover's spat with the NPC they've been having an affair with, I'll break out the old, by the way, this isn't me talking. This is just the NPC. It's all good. Like, just to let you know, I'm not mad. I'm having a good time, but she is very mad. She's very mad that you looked at that other girl that way. Anyway, there is a theater aspect to D&D. There's a performance aspect. We can't all do amazing voices. I cannot do a lot of amazing voices. I tend to play my girls kind of like this. Like, you know, I'm not much of a girl, but I try to be, right? So this is like my voice that I use when I role-play girls. When I'm role-playing a big burly monster, it's like, you meager, decrepit mortal, I will stomp your insides. Right? That's like the voice I use for that. You know, if I'm role-playing like an intellectual villain, I might use dialogue or a voice like, listen. And here's a fun fact. I try to get super, super honest when I'm role-playing intellectual villains, because the most menacing, the most destructive, the most malevolent force, when wielded appropriately, is honesty. So I try to get very, very honest. I'm more like myself, and I try to speak the truth when I'm playing an intellectual villain than when I'm doing anything else in D&D. So it'll be something like this. Listen, I know this gimmick. You shoot arrows. Cool. You swing an axe. Cool. Oh, you think you're a wizard? Cute. Seen it before. Here's the truth. Don't get in my way. You cannot equal up to me. You're not my equal. You're in over your head. Go back to the guild. This big leagues. Okay, so I try to get I try to make it personal when I'm role-playing an intellectual villain. Needless to say, persona matters. And here's the thing. You don't have to do amazing voices. You don't have to give amazing theater performances. You don't have to be some over-the-top theater actor to make your D&D performances ring true or to strike the emotional chord. All you really have to do is you have to get in the headspace of your characters, and you have to do the best you can to embody that soul, to embody that persona, right? Okay, so for example, if I'm role-playing a goblin, what am I thinking about? What is this? This goblin is little. He's used to people towering over him, but he's also developed sneakiness. He has developed a sort of resourcefulness that is kind of rare among creatures.
You think you know my tactics?
And speaking a few words in Goblin. Do any of you speak Goblin? Oh, you speak Goblin? Okay. Then here's what you realize he's saying.
Slice the hamstring, take the archer's leg, cannot shoot, run to tree, hide behind tree, disappear into shadows, first one that comes, shank.
Okay, so this is a silly little goblin talking goblin gibberish, planning his escape out loud. He's not super intelligent, but so I'm trying to embody just the soul, trying to embody the persona of the character I'm playing, right? Now, persona matters. Why does it matter? Persona matters because you want players to get an experience at your table that they don't get every other day. They don't get at other tables. I have played with GMs who are kind of monotone. I've played with GMs who, didn't understand this. And it was always more like a minis game than a role-playing game. It was more like a minis game. When you play with a GM who has the personas down, who understands that charisma, they understand that dramatic social impact of role-playing it out does matter. And I'm not saying you have to be a theater actor. You don't have to be a theater actor. The truth is it's a very analog concept. Okay, so you do not have to be doing different voices even. It's about your mindset. It's about the way that you're going to portray yourself into this setting. It's about the way you're going to project yourself into this world in that moment. And you have to embody the soul of that creature that you're role-playing, or that person you're role-playing. If you can't embody them, if you just can't, then it's better just to describe what they're doing than to try to role play it, right? But you should always try to embody it, like a dragon, okay? When I role play a dragon, I think to myself, this creature is so far beyond most mortals. This creature has so much power. This creature has so much magic. This creature is so unaffected, unafraid of these PCs. So it'll be something like, the dragon looks at you. Its eyes, deep, knowing. Roll me an insight check. Also, each one of you roll me a persuasion check. Just your presence in front of this dragon requires a persuasion check to avoid getting attacked, because you see that this dragon, it's not having it. It's looking at you and it's making decisions right now about whether it's going to eat you or not, right? So it's like, this is how I'm going to roleplay dragon. And then if it speaks, I will ask, who here speaks Draconic? Does anyone speak Draconic? And if they say no, then I will just say the creature growls in an incomprehensible language that you cannot understand. The very growls it emanates just rumble through the earth. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Roll DC check, save against dragon fear, right? So it's just like that. But if they can, then it's like, you dare to enter my lair. The dragon gives his version of a laugh, a dragon laugh, which doesn't seem like a humanoid laugh. It's a little different. It's like a series of growls and grunts, and then its eyes go wild and wide, and then it just looks at you and it says, "You look like dinner. Roll for initiative," or whatever, right? So it's like, I just try to embody what I think that creature would be thinking, what I think that creature would be saying. And here's really the tip. And this is a Sunday video. I'm not trying to get super in depth with it. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to give you some stuff that I don't usually give throughout the week. And here it is. Next time you play, next time you run a game, next time you GM, try to embody that persona. Try to really live it. Try to make it your own. Find a way to relate to your players in an emotionally impactful way through a little bit of theater. And once again, you don't have to do crazy voices. You don't have to actually make them believe that you're a girl or that you're a dragon or that you're a barbarian. You don't have to make them believe that you are those things. You just want to embody those things when you role play out that persona. All right, boom. That's going to be it for this one. There's my tip. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you deal with this. Let me know how you embody the personas in your games. Thank you so much for listening, watching this. This was really fun to record. maybe a little bit weird and wild, but hey, I'm here for it. It's a Sunday, right? I appreciate each and every one of you. Roll some D100s for me at your next game. I'm here every single day creating videos about the best game in the world, D&D. So I'll see you awesome people on the next one.